Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the mock paper two, paper two investigating large business organization. This paper also 1 hour 30 minutes paper. Large business organization means this is normally a business organization which has more than 50 employees. Like 1 to 50 is a small business, right? If you the employees more than 250 employees, called as large business organizations. So this is an organization more than 250 employees. Right. So this paper also like a normally like a small business paper. The only the structure is same. 2 9 markers, 1 12 marker, and then formula sheet, everything given. Okay, let's go to the case study. The case study of this paper is Michael Kors, MK. MK is a luxury end of the fashion and retailer sector. So it's a luxury fashion retailer. It engages in the design, marketing, and distribution and retail of branded goods. The company started as an American luxury sports house in 1981, and in about 30 years, transformed to the global luxury accessories, uh, footwear, and apparel brand with global presence in most prestigious cities in the world. So it's a luxury fashion brand in the world. They are operating cities in the world. So accessories and footwear generate most of the Michael Kors sales and appeal to wide variety of demographics, right? Appeal to wide variety of demographics, and company target customers are 25 to 54 years old with annual income above $50,000. That's their target market. They clearly mentioned that things of high income earners, so high net worth customers are their main target. So that's their main target market. You can see now Michael Kors normally they are targeting the young crowd with the high net worth young crowd. So they specifically mentioned their demographic market segment 25 to 54 years and annual income above 50,000. Kors further growth strategy includes targeting a younger affluent demographic often overlooked by luxury brands. So their strategy include targeting a younger affluent demographic often overlooked by luxury brands. The North America's Kors largest geographical market. North America is the largest market. It is also pushing to build its presence internationally, mainly in Europe and Asia Pacific, with revenue in Europe growing at 182.6%. And sales in Japan increased from 1 million US dollars in 2017 to 10.2 million US dollars in 2018. Right, so there are sales increasing from 10.2 million, so 1 million to 10.2, so it's a 10 times the increase from 2017 to 2018. You can see it's a huge as a Japanese market, so you can see how they 182% increase. So Europe growth is like 182%, and Japanese growth rate you can see it's 1 million to 10.2 million. The percentage value not given. The company has an innovative approach to marketing and is an example of the omni-channel retail. Omni-channel is like a multi-channel of retailing, like like question number 1, MCQ, multiple choice questions. There are 6 MCQ. Not a feature of the TQM. Not a feature of TQM. The total quality management. Can see the answers. A combination of individuals with skills, knowledge, and experience. Yes, it's a team working thing. It's individual skills, knowledge, experience. Collaboration between supply and customer. Yes, there's a collaboration between supply and the customer as well. Free from defects. That also can be a part of the feature of the TQM, defects free items. Less employee contribution. So I can't agree with the part D because TQM is normally a total quality management is a teamwork. Yeah, I got answer from students also. They are giving correct answer. Good. So answer is D. Not a feature is D. Less employee contribution. There's a more employee contribution because without employee contribution we cannot achieve the TQM. Number 2, an advantage of starting a new business as a franchise. An advantage of starting a new business as a franchise. A is able to buy goods from many supplier. That's wrong. Training and support provided. That is an advantage. Can expect staff to work at a lower wage. That cannot be accepted because the minimum wage you have to pay at least. Ability to offer different services. Ability to offer different service. It's not a different service. Actually, franchise means it's a worldwide brand, and they are dealing with that brand, and you have to pay some royalty in return. So the correct answer here is B. I got 5 answers from students. Everyone get the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Correct. Question number 3. A benefit to a business minimum wage. A benefit to a business. A benefit to a business of minimum wage. By giving a minimum wage, what is the benefit? To encourage the employment of female workers. That is not true. To increase labor turnover. That is also true. Labor turnover means people are leaving organization. C, to improve the motivation in work. To improve motivation in workplace, that also improve motivation in the workplace cannot be achieved by minimum wage. To help reduce poverty. To help reduce poverty. So that will be the correct answer. You can reduce the poverty by giving minimum wage, because then only people will be like they're working hard. So as a result, they get the like a minimum wage. This is some kind of some people say it's a living wage. So as a result of that, the workers will be able to get rid of poverty. Poverty means the inability of actually satisfying the daily calorie consumption. Daily calorie consumption. So as a result of this, the organization is able to provide this kind of minimum wage. Government always giving kind of a like a support, always supporting minimum wage. An organization. Government always supporting minimum wage because that will increase the poverty level. Part 4, a barrier to communication. A barrier to communication is implementing a shorter chain of command. Implementing a shorter chain of command. Written message containing weak grammar. That was kind of like a weakness of the communication. Replace faulty equipment. Replace faulty equipment. That's a method of removing barriers to communication. Part D, organizing more social events. That was a method of get rid of barriers to communication. Even A also method of like a get rid of barriers of communication. The correct answer here, a barrier, is part B. Question number 4, part B. That's the answer. Correct answer given by 3 students. Okay. The barrier to communication is B. Written message containing weak grammar. Right. 5th one. Describe the term international trade. Describe the term international trade. Buying and selling goods and services between countries. That does actually make some sense. A new shopping center in Ireland built by a British firm. That is kind of a multinational part, but that's not clearly mentioned about the international trade. A change in interest rate in foreign countries. No, that is interest rate change. An increase in inflation, that's another economic impact. So correct answer is A. 3 students gave the correct answers. Buying and selling goods and services between countries, that's the international trade. Sensible answer. Right. Okay. Last MCQ. Which one of the following best describe economies of scale? Which one of the following best describes economies of scale? EOS, I think if you are an economic student, you must know this. Economies of scale, you can see the answers. Total cost fall as output rises. Okay. So total cost falls, that's wrong. Average cost fall and output rises, that is a sensible answer. Total cost rises, output rises, wrong. Average cost rises as output rises, wrong. So answer is B. Average cost fall when output rises. Average cost fall as output rises. Part B is the correct answer for 6th MCQ. Okay. That's end of the 6th MCQ part. Now we are going to the question number 1, part B, definition questions. First definition question, define the term market segment. Define the term market segmentation. Market segmentation is this definition coming in the marketing mix. So in the marketing, we talk about the market and the market segmentation. Market segmentation, we can define the keyword must be included here is a part of a market, is a fraction or is a part of the market which has similar buying characteristics. The part of the mass market, you can see is a part of the market consists the customers which has similar buying characteristics. That's a market segmentation. So example, you can give a market segmentation basis are there like demographic segmentation, like age, gender. This can be the segmentation basis, right? Next question, define the metric structure. This we talk about in the human resource management, the metric structure. The metric structure is normally we are defining on the organization structure lesson. You can see there are certain structures: flat structure, tall structure, metric structure. So metric structure is there, the organization where we have interaction between each other, where there's no boundaries, and anyone can work in anywhere in the organization, any department in the organization. So it's a team working is more encouraged. So keyword must be there is the metric structure is a it consists of like a grid. So the metric structure is a the kind of an organization which has several links in the organization that anyone can work in anywhere, any place in the organization. So team working is encouraged. Metric structure we can see normally the organizations like construction companies, and we can see metric structure sometimes, you know, the IT sector, like if you have project management organization. So metric structure can be there, event management, project management thing. So anyone can work in anywhere. So there is no boundaries in the metric structure. There is no like a departmental wise, people are not restricted. People can go and work in anywhere. So that project wise they are dividing. So it's very dynamic type of organization. In nature, it's very not static. It's very dynamic. It's very flexible nature. So people they are doing multiple things. As a result, they will be able to actually achieve their
So what's the keyword we should use when we're defining metric structure?
Keyword you can use the metric structure is a kind of a organization structure where people can work in anywhere in the organization. That's like a definition you can see.
So what's the keyword?
Anywhere in the organization. That means people can work in anywhere. That's interrelation, like integration. Integration is the word you can use. The integrated organization. Metric structure is integrated organization structure where all the departments are integrated and work with other departments. So if there's the cooperation is there, you can use the similar word like integrated, cooperation, and then collaboration, something like that. So metric structure is like that, or where organization, the workers are working like the harmony is there. So unity is there. It's very flexibility, the resources, people, and they are very the sharing, and the metric structure will be like very well suitable for the organization such as I told you, IT sector, construction sector, like that. Okay. Question number part D. So then here we go, the state questions. State questions are normally I'm talking that the dangerous 1 marks. So always losing that 1 mark because of not writing application. So this day MK, Michael Cross, this organization, state one function of the production department. So operation department or production department, how to state functions. So for functions of production department, there are a lot of functions are there. Inventory controlling, product designing, and then you can see the purchasing materials and quality controlling, quality assurance, something like that. So many functions are there. Production planning. So production management or production department here, this is a retail organization. They have some kind of their production, they're making accessories also, more than 300 brands they are selling right now. So you can see, so related to the fashion industry, you can write production department, you can see quality assurance of the fashion accessories, like that, or inventory control of the fashion accessories, ordering or purchasing or procurement, you can see procurement function of the apparel, branded apparel, like that, inventory control of the fashion accessories, shoes and leather materials, quality controlling, like that. You must be able to write some function with the application of the case study, Michael Cross, something apparel, fashion, retailing of that accessory, something like a fabric, leather, shoes, like you have to use that kind of a keyword in a state function with the one similar function. You have to use that idea. production department function with the microcross application only, you can give a 1 mark. Without the MK application, if you just write, okay, it's quality controlling, 0 marks. Okay, now here we go for a calculation question. Calculation question, you can see factory workers at MK. Factory workers at MK get 10 pounds per hour. They are getting 10 pounds per hour. They get paid by 10 pounds per hour for 35-hour working week, and then 15 pounds per hour for overtime. So normal hour rate is 10 pounds per hour, and extra, you can see the overtime payment is 15 pounds per hour. So calculate how much worker will receive for a 50-hour working week. So this kind of things we discussed in the financial motivation thing, the time rate method. And time rate method, you can pay a normal rate plus overtime rate. So 50-hour program that you can multiply. First of all, you can show the workings 35 times 10, 350 plus 15 times 15, 225. So I repeat again, 35 hours into 10, that's normal hours, then 350 pounds, plus additional hours is there, 15 hours. How can I get the 15 hours? 50 minus 35. 50 hours they work in totally. So if you minus the 35 normal hours, so extra 15 hours, the worker actually he work overtime 15 hours. So 15 times 15 is 225. So if you add the total salary, 225 plus 350, the total salary is 575 pounds. Total amount received by the worker for 50-hour working week is 575 pounds. So 575 pounds with the pound sign. If you write that correct answer, 2 marks, right? But always I'm encouraging you, please show your workings. Please quick. I think it's not a hard question. So anyone can calculate and multiply, simple multiplication, 10 times 35, and then again 15 times 15. Okay, let's go to the part F, explain question. Explain question, I'm saying this is the most like a free question, like always you can write with the freedom, like you don't need to apply the case study. Explain question, you can just use the knowledge and you can write. Explain one advantage to a business of online distribution. So this online distribution means in another thing, online retail, online marketing, online business or e-commerce. So distribution, you have to do physically. Online distribution means they are taking online orders and then only they are going to deliver it for the customer doorstep. This is the method that normally used by Amazon and eBay, Alibaba, and then all the e-commerce websites, they're using this method, online retailing. So advantage of business to a business of online distribution, online retail. Online distribution means you can get some idea. Even this question actually, but yesterday also some student actually asked, so what is online distribution? So it's similar to online business actually. So online distribution means, you are distributing to the customer doorsteps for the customer online orders. So advantage of that means, so you want to apply for the MK, you can just try. So you can increase, the business can increase the amount of sales, amount of orders, number of orders, the amount of orders they can increase. As a result of that, their market share can be increased. So an organization can get that 24/7 hours orders can receive from the online. Therefore, the organization can increase their market share and the sales revenue. If you write another point, you can say online distribution is an advantage for the business because you can reduce the administration costs, because you don't need to have to pay for the rent and administration costs, salaries. So those overhead costs you can reduce as a result of that, because orders you are taking from the websites only. As a result, you need to only operate a website only, then so you get the orders via the website and then you deliver the customer doorstep. So that as a result of that, significant amount of overhead costs can be reduced. As a result, they will be able to increase the profitability as a result of that. So like that, you have to write like develop 1 point. So what are the points that you can write for this kind of a question? Advantages of online business: 24/7 operation, more customers, wide geographical area can be covered, like more, like people are there, like all over the world, global demand you can fulfill, and Administration costs, overhead costs can be reduced. So these are the main advantages of the online distribution and retailing. You can write like that. Okay, now we are going to the analyze question, 6 marker. In 2018, MK introduced a range of fringe benefits to reward existing workers and help attract and retain talented new designers. Okay, fringe benefit also, that's financial method of motivation. You can see existing workers and help to attract and retain talented new designers. Analyze 2 possible methods of non-financial motivation that can be used by MK. Right. So normally, non-financial motivation in your textbook, you can see the non-financial method of motivation they are mentioning: job enrichment, job enlargement, and job rotation. Right. So other than that, there are so many financial methods are there, like as mentioned, they are introducing fringe benefits. Right. In organization, they can introduce piece rate, time rate, commission, bonus, performance related pay, profit sharing, performance, the PRP, performance related pay, like that. These are all financial methods of motivation. Sometimes there is a doubt that fringe benefit is classified under non-financial or financial, right? But you can see in our textbook, you can see fringe benefit normally. What are the fringe benefits? They define the fringe benefits as a perks that given in addition to the salary. For example, let's say subsidized meals, free transportation, right? Free accommodation, insurance and health benefits, right? For all these things, actually, at the end, worker will get some kind of like a fringe benefit, like a financial. Someone organization has to spend that. For example, a medical bill, hospital bills paid by the employer. So there's a financial gain is there for you at the end. Right? So subsidized meals. So yeah, daily meals, lunch, breakfast provided by the organization. So there's a financial gain for you. Right? By providing uniform, there's a financial gain for you. You can reduce the clothing expense, you can reduce. Like that. So fringe benefit, there's so much people like they have a doubt, I think. But keep in mind, fringe benefits classified as a financial motivation method. Even though some people say it's a non-financial method because they are not giving straight away to the worker's salary, not into the salaries, but fringe benefit always the coming for the workers as a financial gain, but it's not part of their salary. It's a perks they are giving them in addition to the salary. They are getting some other extra benefit, other extra financial benefit, like housing allowance, a fuel allowance, like that's your organization providing these perks for the worker. Sometimes child's education they pay for that. This kind of financial gains, right? So these things coming under financial motivation methods. Under non-financial motivation, we are talking about only job enrichment, job enlargement, and job rotation methods only. Right. So this question asking analyze 2 possible methods of non-financial motivation. Then you can talk about specifically job enrichment or job rotation or job enlargement. Right. So keep in mind. So don't write other perks or other like education, we call insurance fees, uniforms are given by the MK. Don't write those things. Always, if it's non-financial motivation, stick to your answer to 3 items: job rotation, job enrichment, job enlargement. Okay, so when you're writing this answer, then you can talk about first one, job rotation. Job rotation, you can see the worker in the MK can be rotated between different departments, such as imagine ladies section to gents section. So that job rotation. So you have 1 week working in the menswear section, and then 1 week that worker working in a ladies wear section or children's wear or fashion accessory. You can see that they are mainly they want to like a fashion. Sometimes they have different sections such as jewelry items, right, and shoes and handbags items, leather items, and then fabric items, t-shirt section, denim section, right, official like a formal dresses. So that there might be different sections in the departments. You can see job rotation between different departments in the MK, such as men's, ladies section, gents section, like that. So that will be the good answer for you. So right, how job rotation can be used. As a result of, you can see, this will be reduce the boredom and monotony of the worker. Therefore, workers will enhance their motivation to work in the organization, because in avoiding the repetitive task is the main idea. The main objective to give job rotation is to reduce the boredom and fatigue, the monotony works. Worker is working again and again in the same department will become like a little bit of boredom and fatigue. So as a result, they will be given a job rotation. They are introducing to work in between different departments inside the MK. Therefore, in different fashion departments, different necessary department, you can mention as application. Therefore, which lead to increase the employee motivation. Therefore, increase the labor productivity, reduce absenteeism, reduce the labor, can see lateness, motivation will increase. Right? You can try 2 BLT points. Another method you can see job enrichment. MK can use job enrichment method to motivate workers, such as giving more responsibilities to the workers. We call vertical loading. Vertical loading of the responsibilities. That worker can be given certain responsibilities, such as open the shop. You can see some responsibilities include in the cashiers, work in the cashier department. Sometimes a worker can be work as a supervisor, sometimes as a team leader. Also, different roles we can give that person, a worker in the MK, to play. Job enrichment, giving different responsibilities to handle for the certain worker. So this will be also enhancing the motivation of the worker, because by getting different responsibilities called vertically at different levels, such as supervising other floor members, and like opening the shop, and then handling the cashiers, such as these kind of responsibilities will motivate the worker. As a result of that, the employee loyalty, right, staff loyalty will increase. As a result of that, MK will be getting more productive outcome from the workers. Like, we must be able to explain like that. So always, if you're asking non-financial motivation, please stick to your answer to job rotation, job enlargement, and job rotation, job enrichment, these things, right? Only those three. So all other methods are, keep in mind, these are financial methods of motivation, right? Okay. Right, now we are going to discuss about the question number 2. That's the end of the question number 1. In question number 2, we are going to discuss the state questions, 2 state questions, dangerous state question. I'm saying that word now. Question number 2, state one benefit of using technology when producing products at MK. Right? You also keep in mind that dangerous state question. Why? Because then you don't forget how to write the, you know that we have to write the application. Otherwise, you will think, okay, this is 1 mark state question, no need to apply. Don't think like that. So always think these are 1 mark dangerous state question, because then you never forget to write the application. State one benefit of using technology when producing products at MK. Using technology when producing products at MK, you can talk about that increase the quality of their fashion wear. Technology in the sense, you can say they are manufacturing, you can see computer aided manufacturing. Sometimes they can see 3D printing. Sometimes they are fashion accessories, such as jewelries and everything. They can use 3D printers sometimes, like a machine cuts, right? So this kind of thing, like diamond cuts. Sometimes they are fashion and jewelry and all that items. So this technology they can use. So you can see by using technology such as computer aided manufacturing, they can create quality jewelries, quality wearables, quality accessories. So talk about their products, give some example of their product, and you can see because of the technology, increase the quality. The finishing of the good will increase because of the technology. The finishing of the handbag will increase because of the technology. The finishing of the diamond necklace will increase because of the using the technology, like high-tech diamond like products. Like that, you can give some example of the items they are selling, and you can see as because of the technologies increase the quality. So not always there, they can some other benefits as well. You can see because of the technology, so it reduce the, you can see the quality will increase, and as well as you can see the customer satisfaction can be increased because high technology, because more production, more output can be there, not like a manual method, not like a capital machine labor intensive, machine intensive, like a capital intensive production method. You can make more output for the MK, such as more items, more fabric materials, more leather materials, more handbags, more accessories can be created because of the technology. High productivity, high production level is there. Right. So make sure to write an application. Okay, second one, state one purpose of conducting market research. Purpose of conducting market research with the application, you can see to find out the trends of the fashion industry. So to finding out the trends, 0 marks. If I try to find out the trends in the fashion industry, to find out the prices charged by other premium luxury fashion stores in UK and USA. To find out the marketing, the promotional campaign about the fashion industry. So you can talk about everything: product, price, place, promotion, marketing mix, market research we are doing in order to find the gather, analyze, and present. GAP, market research definition. The purpose of market research is to actually gather information about the market research. Right? Product, price, place, promotion. So either one of that thing you can explain with the MK application. Product you can see to find out the fashion accessories sell in the luxury shops. Pricing, you can find out the prices charged for those luxury fashionable items. Place to find out the proper exclusive distribution centers, more to develop the market share of the fashion industry. And product, price, place, and promotion. You can talk about like that. So give your ideas, give your answers with the related to case study. Okay. Now in this question, second question, there are 3 marks questions are there, three repetitive questions are there, like 3 markers. So in the whole paper, there are 5 3-mark questions are there, explain question. So you can, without any stress, you can write this explain question because no need to apply. So I call it like a freedom writing. Freedom writing. You can write using your general knowledge. You can write that explain question. 5 3-mark question altogether. That is 15 marks you can earn by that way without applying to the case study. But keep in mind all other places, 1 markers, 2 markers, 9 markers, 12 markers, 6 markers, you have to apply to the case study. So only questions that you can skip the application is explain question and define questions. That also keep in mind. So explain question, look at this. Explain one benefit of decentralized organization structure. Decentralized organization structure, you can talk about what is meant by, first of all, you can start with the definition of that and then you can give some benefit out of that. So you can see decentralized is mean the organization, the power, and then the authority delegated to the other people. So decentralized means power distributed to other organization, the departments. So decentralization means like that. The opposite of centralization. Decentralization can talk about the, first of all, the what is meant by decentralization means like a distribution of power to other department members. As a result of that, you can see the delegation and decentralization. You can give the managers workload can be reduced. The stress of the manager, the workload of the manager can be reduced. As a result, you can focus on more key areas in the organization, right? So today, actually, I'm in the morning. Actually, I go through like one of the business website, and I found Richard Branson, the Virgin Group owner's statement. He says he started business when he was 15 years, and he was dyslexia at the beginning, in the moment at that time. So he started to delegate his work from the beginning, and he mentioned the advantage of that delegation is he find out he wanted some people, better people than him. He wanted to employ better people than him because the advantage of dyslexia, he find out that he can delegate all his tasks to other people. So he become like an expert of delegating his works to others because he always saying, I'm dyslexia, I can't read this, I can't do this calculation. Therefore, he recruited good people better than him, and they delegate the work on behalf of the Richard Branson. As a result, he become an expert. He becomes like a super talented person on delegated. So delegation is very good advantage because you can reduce the stress level. That's why today he owns more than 400 businesses in UK, and every business actually run by a CEO, a vice president of the Virgin Group. So 400 business lines. So, but this still Richard Branson, he's still dyslexia. So, but he's a billionaire. So you can see even whatever the person condition. So by delegation, we can actually make we can build a big organization chain, like a big empire you can create by delegation, because delegation always easy, make your workload very easier, because you have to delegate your work to other people. You have to encourage them to carry out the work effectively. So decentralization also kind of the same benefits are there. Decentralizing will always encourage and motivate other junior workers also to make decisions, and also it will be help. Second, again, another advantage, it will reduce the stress level of the senior management. And decentralization encouraging to again train the junior workers from decentralization to come into future positions. And decentralization always is reduce the risk of the decisions, because the risk being shared, because the workers can make the ground root, the grassroots level people, they know their division well better than the head office. They can make better decisions, and as a result, they can organization can provide good customer satisfaction for the business, right, like that. So these are the main benefit. So one benefit, right, and then explain after that. Okay, let's go to the part D, another explain question. Explain one impact of business of decrease in taxation. One impact of business of decrease in taxation. Impact can be impact a good impact or bad impact by decreasing tax. So I think business organization have more than actually more good impacts. The reduced tax, you can see tax reduction, tax decreases, you can use in organization to that saved money. You can use it for R&D purposes, research and development. And the decreased tax, you can actually spend that thing for the new business innovations. You can spend that money to buy new machines and vehicles. You can, the decreased taxation can be utilized that cost saving in order to give more profit for the owners. Like that, you can say what will be happen as a result of this tax decrease. What are you going to do with the saved money? So give that answer, impact of that. The business can buy more equipments, buy more assets. They can spend that money on R&D. So they can spend that money on for employees. They can give more salaries for the employees. They can give more profit to the shareholders. There are so many advantages. You can talk about in the decrease in taxation, right? Tax revenue, the tax income, sorry, the tax expenses you can reduce. As a result, there are so many benefits are there. So stick to one benefit. For example, so they can increase the number of the employee salaries as a result of that. Then what happen? Employee will be motivated because they will get some salary increment. They are financially motivated. Okay. Another MC3 marker. Explain one useful of financial document. Explain one usefulness of financial document. Financial documents advantage. They are asking one benefit of financial document. You can see decision making. Decision making. Management can get good decisions based on the financial documents, because there are good evidences, accurate decisions can be made, the business will be successful. Another advantage, you can say, financial documents can be used to application for funding. Then bankers and financial institutions can go through your financial document and assess your performance and the financial position. As a result of that, they will be able to reach their goals. Financial documents will be able to used by the management sometimes for the comparison purpose, to judge their success, right? Their past figures they can compare, their company growth level they can compare, and then they can find out the future predictions they can make out of that, so they can make a very good decisions as a result of that. So financial document will be helping to for the government. Different stakeholders are there. So government also might get the financial documents to get some policy decisions when you're setting the government policy decisions such as fiscal policy, monetary policy. So financial documents can be used in that level. So government can be used there. Business competitors are using your financial documents to compare their results with your results, right? You can take like potential investors, future investors would like to go through your financial document to take a decision about whether your business is better to invest or not, like that, to make an investment decisions. Potential investors, venture capitalists, right? Those people, external fundraisers, like financial institutions, they are always looking to your financial document. So there are so many advantages. So what you have to write, take a one stakeholder who like the financial document and stick to one stakeholder, and then you can develop the answer accordingly. Talk about the government. Say government will use the financial documents to policy decision making. So as a result, they can make good policies by utilizing, for example, reduction of taxes and everything you can say. Okay, now we're going to the last question of the question number 2. I'm going to end this session with this discussion. 9-mark question. Right. Second question. There is an increasing competition in the fashion and retail sector around the world. Okay, competition is increasing. Everyone knows it. MK wants to remain competitive against their competitors such as Burberry and Prada. In order to remain competitive and increase awareness in Europe and Asia Pacific, right? In order to remain competitive in the awareness in Europe and Asia Pacific, it is considering 2 methods of promotion. If they wanted to remain competitive and increase the awareness about it, they would do some promotion, especially in Asia Pacific and Europe. So they are considering 2 methods of promotion to draw your attention to their products. Right. So option 1, below the line promotion, option 2, above the line promotion. So both methods are okay, but you have to pick one option and stick to that option. So I'm saying if you pick option 1, below the line, you can strike off the option 2. Don't compare. If you talk about the option 2, strike off the option 1, stick to option 2. So, and straight away, you don't need to define what is below the line, what is above the line. Don't waste your time for that. You can straight away start with the advantages. 2 advantages with application and 1 disadvantages with the application. When you're writing disadvantage para, you can use the point however. Right? 2 advantage you can write in 1 para. You can see below the line promotion will be very you can see you can start with some kind of like introducing para. I would like to go with option 1, below the line promotion. In this case, MK are using mainly remaining in the fashion industry, and they want to promote their business in Asia Pacific and European region. So below the line promotion would be able to give a very good awareness about their fashion accessories, such as introducing methods like BOG or buy one get one free offer, right? Discount and promotion, right? Like there are so many buy one get one, so many below the line promotion method that like merchandising and packaging, buy one get one free, discounts and everything, seasonal offers. So these are the example of below the line promotion. So give one example and then show the advantage. This will be costly, very expensive, least cost, very cheaper for the organization like MK to actually to do the below the line promotion. So you can say that they can use the social media also to promote their product. So because so many people right now, they are following these fashion brands through the social media like Instagram. So below the line promotion, they can easily promote like buy one get one free or discounts and give some merchandising and packaging. To the below the line promotion, they can give kind of like a seasonal discounts and offers, right? For the below the line promotion methods, like so you can, as a result of that, they can reduce their marketing cost and they can get more public attraction, because below the line promotion method would be more beneficial for them because it's an exclusive fashion brand. Exclusive fashion brand, selected item, only high class people can come this. You can see the market, they are at the beginning, they are targeting high net worth people, which like a income more than 50,000 pounds per year. And then like a market segment is a luxury in a high market. So that below the line fashion promotion would be more beneficial for them to actually target marketing. You can target them and then you can send the marketing. So if you do in the above the line promotion, you can see the disadvantage above the line, you can see like it will be more expensive and wasteful circulation of the message, TV, radio, all the media. So you will wastefully circulate your promotion campaign because everyone can't come and buy from MK, right? It's like buying some items from like a similar fashion brands like Versace and Louis Vuitton, like that. So Prada, so this kind of organization is very exclusive places. Everyone can't purchase from these very expensive items. Therefore, I think below the line promotion, you can see it's the exclusive marketing campaign you can create. It's more attractive method you can create, and customer loyalty can be increasing, and so many. However, below the line promotion, you can see it is actually sometimes it will be limited. Sometimes it will be the attention will be very low, because below the line promotion you are giving in a certain like on the geographical area only, just because they are wanted to attention in the Asia Pacific region and European region. So I think below the line promotion sometimes we can see it's very difficult because they are doing only like a small scale campaign. So above the line is the then best method. Option 2, above the line large scale campaign like a whole Asia Pacific and European region. You can do your campaign by using a celebrity or something. You can you can actually give impression about their fashion accessories and the apparel, clothing, everything. You can use a celebrity also, endorsements and everything about the line promotion. You can do like a huge cutouts, campaigns, social media campaigns, TV commercials, radio commercials, everything you can do. Then more customer attention can be get for you. So that's about the line promotion advantage. More attraction and more creative, audio, video, everything you can give visualization. You can possible. So market, more customers you can attract to your business in the Asia Pacific region into the fashion industry. However, about the line is very expensive. MK has to spend a lot of money, sometimes millions of dollars, millions of pounds you have to spend on marketing campaign because it's very expensive. Celebrity endorsements are expensive, promotion campaigns in television and other methods are very expensive compared to below the line promotion. And most important thing, if you want to get 9 out of 9, you have to write a conclusion there. So I have to say, however it depends, give your validation, give your summary, right? Below the line is good because of this. However, there are the weaknesses. This can be overcome by this. However, it depends on the MK's marketing budget. However, it depends on the ability of MK's, right? Power of the marketing budget, how much they can spend on this. About the brand value, but it depends on how much people actually are liked, about their customer loyalty and everything. Whether you kind of validation in your answer, then only we are giving like a 9 out of 9. If you give, however it depends, and like a nice conclusion if you provide in your answer, then only we can actually give you like a higher marks. High achievers always are writing a very good like a validation point in your answer. Sometimes they are giving a solution for the drawbacks there. So in 9 mark, that's how you have to write. So maximum mark for 9 mark is like a maximum 10 minutes. So keep in mind the time also. So today I discussed question number 1 and question number 2 of this mock paper. This mock paper 2020, the investigative large business paper. The case study is MK. Okay. In my next session, I'm going to talk about the question number 3 and 4, which include another 9 mark and 12 marker. So until then, see you next time. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for the
Thank you, sir.